And who is behind today's Pinhead on a Stick?
Hello, my name is Rick Buckler, and I was with the band called The Jam. Oh, crikey. I don't know. Where's my notes?
Have you got your note? Have you got notes?
It's in my jacket. Let's Dance by David Bowie. He's actually being a sort of a fan of Michael Jackson, Thriller, I suppose, from the 80s, because I think it was such a iconic album. Actually, there's two that I quite like for different reasons. Spinal Tap, because I just find it so funny, and there's a lot of insight. Any muso would tell you there's so much stuff in there. And Full Metal Jacket, which is it's not funny. I didn't actually have any favourite 80s pop act as such. I sort of turned away from a lot of the pop music during that time. I listened to a lot of classic FM stuff, but I suppose I'm still a big fan of David Bowie during that time. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I really have. That is a tricky one. There was so many good things out there. Flexipop. For the 80s, for TV programmes, there was a big American invasion, if I remember rightly, for TV programmes. So it's a bit of a competition between MASH and Taxi. I really liked. The first Who concert without Moon, because I had not been able to catch the Who at that time. And although it wasn't quite like the Who, it was still a really good concert. Again, I think the 80s were, all that sort of rolled up sleeves. The fashion thing was not really my bag, so I don't really have, to be honest, a real sort of fashion 80s favourite there. Blair? That was the 90s, wasn't it? Yeah. There's a lot of people I didn't like. Didn't like Major. Didn't like Thatcher. So, well, like I say, I sort of turned away from pop. So my favourite radio 80s would be when Classic FM started. I think I started listening to that. That sort of, I found that complete, opposite to sort of mainstream pop. So Eric Satie, I really like. He wasn't taken seriously at the time, like Tchaikovsky. And one that I discovered, which I really love, Barber, as the Adagio over Strings. I think is fabulous. Liverpool Empire with the Jam. I think we did that in '81, maybe '82. I remember that particular venue. And it's just a great crowd up there and a really good place to play. It was just one of those nights. Everything seemed to work. Everything just seemed great. Well, that wasn't long after, actually. I think the one that always sticks in my mind as being one of the worst gigs was, for obvious reasons, not because of the playing, but because it was the Jam's last ever show, which was in December '82. It was very sad, really, to sort of run through the set for the last time. I lived in Sunnydale for about 6 years, so up until about 1989. No, I don't think so. No, not really. But I don't know what I would like to change. It's all turned out all right in the end, as they say. Oh, crikey, the worst thing. I wrote off a car during the 80s, which was pretty tragic. It's not good to have a bad car accident. No, I think that was about the worst thing, really. Yeah, obviously the Jam splitting up wasn't particularly great. That was a bit of a car crash as well. My son was born in the 80s, 1985, which was a fabulous moment, really.
What's his name again?
Jason. He was born in 1985. That was really good. I don't know. I'd like when I was growing up, I think I would have liked to have been an astronaut. Maybe Kirk from Star Trek. No, I'm quite happy with who I am. I think, really. I was brought up as a Baptist, and I enjoyed the singing. Religion's not really for me, I don't think. I really liked woodworking, so that was a hobby, and then I turned that into a career for a while. I just like home life. I just like that sort of thing. That's a bit of a hobby for me, although my wife will kill me for saying that. I mean, yeah, I suppose when I was on the road, I used to like taking photographs because it was an easy sort of hobby to pick up and carry around with you. Getting up late, probably a bit boring, but that's about as guilty as I am, really.